Multiple cameras on a smartphone has been a pretty common thing for a few years now, pioneered by some big players in the market, and it has now made its way into pretty much every phone segment. Most smartphones nowadays have multiple camera sensors with different focal lengths to achieve either a telephoto or a wide angle look to the image, which allows you to take a differently styled scene altogether. But way back in the day, when most smartphones had just one camera sensor, these clip-on lenses were ruling the market. Back when I still had a Galaxy S7, which had a single camera sensor of f1.7 aperture, I purchased one of these wide-angle lenses. So this has been in my camera bag for well over 2 years now. And recently when I saw it, it just got me wondering, on a modern day phone where most of these focal lengths are built in, do we still need these clip-on lenses? As it turns out, even using them in 2020 has some benefits. The one I'll be showcasing in this video is a 0.45x super wide-angle lens from iVoltaa. It's a very high quality lens made of brushed aluminum edges and a pretty good quality glass in it. I'll leave a link in the description if you're interested in checking this out. It's really affordable. These clip-on lenses are a lot more versatile than I remember. They can easily fit on pretty much every single camera position on a smartphone, whether it's in the middle or even on the corner. The included clip is pretty tight and holds onto your phone very well, and it even has a rubber pad so as to not scratch up your screen. Since this is just a super wide-angle lens and not an ultra wide-angle lens, you may not notice an immediate difference before and after I put the lens on, but there are a couple of advantages to carrying a wide-angle lens. First of all, since this is a clip-on lens and can fit on any camera, you can clip this on your main camera sensor and have the same exact high resolution with a wider field of view. Usually the ultra-wide cameras on the smartphones are of lower resolution and thereby of lower quality. With this lens, you don't have to compromise on the image quality and still get that wide-angle look. Not only that, you can easily switch it to the front camera as well if you want to take an ultra-wide selfie. These lenses were designed with vloggers and outdoor cinematographers in mind who capture a lot of details in every single shot. And other than just the field of view, there are a couple of characteristics unique to the wide-angle lens. For instance, you can get more of the background while keeping the subject the exact same size in the frame. If you notice here, the phone on my tripod will be the same size as I remove the lens, but when I put the lens back on, you will be able to see the car parked in the garage, which you weren't able to see before. This is super useful if you want to show off something that's happening in the background which is very unique, all the while keeping your character or your subject perfectly in focus and in the same size. When it comes to videography, lens choice is one of the most important things to consider because depending on what kind of a focal length you choose, it entirely changes the feel of the image. So if you want to capture a subject in a certain environment, and if you want that environment to be just as prominent as the subject itself, then wide-angle lenses should be your go-to choice. Not only that, when you clip on a wide-angle lens on your main camera, it reduces the minimum focusing distance, meaning that you can get much closer to your subjects than you otherwise can. Now this isn't exactly what many people use a wide-angle lens for, but it's definitely a practical application. And speaking of close-ups, most of these wide-angle attachments come with a built-in macro lens. You simply have to unscrew this top part, which is actually a wide-angle adapter, and what's left on the bottom will be a macro lens. Now yes, there are macro lenses built into certain phones as well, but like I said, having a clip-on lens means that you can convert any camera sensor into a macro sensor. And it goes without saying that you can get crazy close to subjects with this macro clip-on lens. Now it's important that the glass used on this lens should be very clean, so they usually include a cleaning cloth, which you should use to wipe off the lens before you use them. And make sure that your phone's camera sensor is clean as well. Even a tiny smudge on your camera can ruin your shot, especially in macro mode. But it's not all good news with these clip-on lenses, and there are some downsides as well. The main one being the bulk. These things are not very light, and the one that I have, like I mentioned, is made of metal. So it's pretty heavy and you definitely feel the heft, especially when you're using it with one hand. Since the cameras on most phones are situated in one end, if you're holding on to the other end, it really weighs on your fingers. That makes it kind of uncomfortable to hold on for very long to get handheld shots. So a tripod or gimbal is pretty much mandatory with one of these things. Now another downside of it is the black borders that tend to appear in the corners. Now the lens manufacturers, when they make these lenses, they take into account many of the popular phones out there and make sure that their lenses fit them well. And since the devices that I have are from pretty well-known brands, the lenses fit on them perfectly without any black edges. But obviously the manufacturers can't account for every single device out there because literally there are hundreds of them. So it is possible that with a clip-on lens, even with the wrong fit, you can get some pretty nasty blurry edges or black borders. One way to get around this is to make sure that the lens is exactly centered on the camera. And the easiest way to do that is to first place the clip on top of the camera exactly centered, which is very easy to do, and then screw on the heavy lens. Because once you screw that lens on, it's difficult to move it around. And another kind of a downside to these things is that you always have to carry this around. Now I have gone on several trips and on multiple occasions where I have missed to carry this wide angle lens, and I've spent the entire day regretting that I had one. Because sometimes the stock field of view on my camera is not enough and you need a wide angle lens to capture everything, especially when you're outdoors. Of course, this problem would be solved by having a physical wide angle sensor built into your phone, but having a lower resolution sensor just to capture the wider field of view is not really a solution in my opinion. Now, higher end phone models like from Apple and Samsung usually have the same resolution on all camera sensors. Even if it's at the expense of a little bit of aperture, the resolution usually remains the same. But that's not the case with most of the budget phones that I see out there who include cameras just for the sake of having more holes on the back. Holes on the back sounds explicit, but I didn't mean it that way. But all things considered, it's pretty fun to have an alternate lens in your bag, which you can use whenever you want. And here's a fun fact. These lenses can act as kind of a stand, so you can rest your phone on a table without the help of anything. Because these things are often ridiculously heavy, so they automatically act as small phone holder things. Just be careful and don't smash your phone in the process. Anyway, that was just a quick little fun video that I decided to put out there. This thought literally came into my head when I was sleeping yesterday, and I thought I should make a video on it. Do I recommend buying one of these lenses in 2020? Absolutely. First of all, they're not very expensive and they're usually very high quality, especially if you choose from good brands like iVoltaa. This one in particular only cost me about 1300 rupees, which is not really that much to be honest. It even has threads on the front, so I can attach something like an ND filter if I wanted to. Now ND filters are much more expensive and I wouldn't be buying any of them, but it's good to have an option anyway. Well, that's it for now. Do you have any fun accessory like this for your phone? Let me know in the comments down below, and with that said, until next time, take good care of yourself and I'll see you soon.